Okay. Alhamdulillah, wa salam Allah, wa rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the Sunnahfollowers Kids show. Yeah. SubhanAllah. And we're getting off today and we are broadcasting on YouTube. So for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, make sure you join us here live on YouTube for the Sunnahfollowers Kids show. And look at all the beautiful kids we have with us from around the world who are here today. And let's do a nice introduction. Look at him. There he is. There's Hamza. That's Sister Isra's nephew. Can't you tell? He looked like her twin. And Hamza's little sister. Hamza, give some love to the people out there in TV land. And by the way, you can put yourselves on TV because we're on YouTube. Oh, isn't she adorable?
Wait, but now I'm actually Isra's cousin.
You got to be kidding. You look that much like her and you are just a cousin? SubhanAllah. You know, do people tell you that you look like her son?
Well, you do.
Yeah, I do. I'm telling you, it's the truth. And your sister, how old is she right there?
3.
How old? 3?
Yeah, she's in preschool.
Oh, she's in she's a beautiful, she's adorable. And what's her name?
Marian.
Marian. Mashallah, you have the beautiful smile, Marian. What's that? You got a bracelet on? She has a bracelet on. Did you get that? Where did it come from? Did it come from Somali?
Dad, give it to me. I lost mine. I lost mine in the car, but I'm looking for it every time I get in the car.
Oh, you lost a car, you know. Well, alhamdulillah, you got good parents. They give you cars, they give you bracelets and all like that. We're being respectable to our parents, aren't we? Aren't we, Hamza? You got quiet there.
Yeah.
You're being respectable to your parents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, with your little handsome self. Well, we thank you for joining us here for the Sunnahfollowers Kids program. And let's see who else we got. Looky here, guys, with that beautiful blingy hijab like Sister Layla got. I got one just like that. This is Sanaya. This is Sister Zarina's daughter. Can't you guys tell? Because she looks just like her mom. You guys know Zarina.
Sania.
Yes, Zarina teaches the Quran for beginners here at the website. Yeah, Dr. Asim gave her the ijaza. Yes, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. Sanaya, you go ahead and give smiles to the people out here in TV land.
Welcome to our channel.
Adorable, guys. And yeah, so she's here with us holding it down, and also all the way from the United Kingdom we have my beautiful Hafsa. Hafsa, can you give salams to the people out there in TV land? Go ahead, Hafsa. She's frozen. You guys know, the internet freezes, for that part of the United Kingdom. Go ahead, give salams. You back? She's got a low bandwidth. Wa alaikum salam, my beautiful Hafsa, with your beautiful hijab on. That's my baby. Yeah, she's joined us all the way from the United Kingdom. And looky here, guys. Looky here. This is Sister Faiza's nephew. Oh my God. And look at all that curly hair. What's your name? Ahmed, right? You're Ahmed. Mashallah. Oh, isn't he adorable?
Two of my teeth.
Let me see your teeth.
Two of my teeth fell out.
Yeah, subhanAllah. You know what? Yusef's teeth fell out too, but his is starting to grow back. But he lost 2 teeth. Oh, that's okay. They're going to come back strong, and they're going to come back big, and they're going to come back beautiful, just like you. Where's your sister? Put that camera on her so we can see her. Oh, isn't he adorable? These children are, I'm telling you guys, the kids are just beautiful. Oh my, oh, look at that smile. Oh my gosh. So he's joining us today too with the solar system on his chest. Yeah, you're studying about the planets, Ahmed? You like to learn about the planets, don't you? With your hands.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, I do.
That's good. I like learning.
I have three I have three shirts that have planets on them.
Mashallah. So you might want to grow up one day and become a scientist, huh?
Yeah, that's what I want
Allah's
to do.
creation. That's what I'm talking about. That's Brother Ahmed joining us here. Mashallah. And here's his sister. Oh my gosh. She is in her oh, look at that hijab. You know, I got one like that too. I haven't worn it yet. Maybe I'll put my white hijab on tomorrow. Look at that. This is a Faiza's niece. And what's your name, sweetheart?
Lena.
Say it again.
Lena.
Oh, so I love your glasses.
Thanks. She had a lot.
She what? The glasses.
She had it a lot.
That's good. The glasses make her look studious and intelligent, like her auntie, you know.
And also she couldn't see well.
Yeah. That I wear glasses too. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Nobody knows it, but I wear glasses too. I just put contacts in my eyes because I'm too vain to put the glasses on. But mashallah, you look adorable. And here we have one of our smartest students, Sister Sabrina. You guys are probably familiar with her out in TV land. When I'm doing the 6 o'clock Tawheed class, the parents can't get the questions right. So you will hear her take the mic and give the answers half the time. Her and Ifti's nephew. It's a shame how the parents forget, but the children always remember. Assalamu alaikum, Sabrina. How are you today? You doing okay? You still getting straight A's in school?
Not much.
Yeah. But you're dealing with school, though, right? You're dealing with it, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I want everybody out there in TV land to remember, what does Layla talk about? If I could have children today, I would homeschool my children. And we have this new international school called SAFA USA, SAFA USA. It's organized and put together by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. It doesn't matter where you live in America. Your kids can join SAFA USA and get their high school. It starts from kindergarten all the way through high school. They'll come out, it's an accredited school. You know, you have Muslim teachers. They'll learn their math, science, and all of that. Plus, they'll learn the truth about Islam in accordance to the understanding of the companions from Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. So the parents out there, check out SAFA USA, SAFA USA. Get your kids in Islamic school, homeschooled in Islamic school online. It's just like Sunnahfollowers. They log in on the Zoom program, get their education, and ain't got to deal with no bullying or none of that crap from the non-Muslims. I'm telling you, SAFA USA. Who else we have joining us today? Oh my God, look, all the way from Fresno, California. There's Zora. I said, it's out there in TV land. Can y'all believe she's related to Fresno? She got that beautiful smile and the gap in her teeth. That's the family tradition. Do you guys know that the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, had a gap too? He had a gap in his teeth too. MashaAllah, it's a beauty mark. And how are you feeling today, Zora? You feeling good?
Yes.
Oh, so you're all ready to get these hadiths together too, huh? The weather's pretty good out there in California?
Actually, it's really cold. And yesterday, it was just raining all day.
Oh, yeah. I saw you guys on the news. The weather, you're making history there with that. You didn't get no snow, though, did you?
No. Everyone else got snow but us.
Oh, subhanallah, mashallah. So you guys are experiencing, what I experience all the time in the winter, that snow and blizzards and stuff. But mashallah, you're handling it. You look like you got a nice house there. The houses out there in California are pretty nice too. But do you guys have heat though? Because it's usually warm. Do y'all get heat systems like we have here on the East Coast?
Yeah.
You do. So you had to turn the heat on, huh?
Mhm.
Oh my God, that probably is a new experience for you guys out there in California. But mashallah, there's Zora. She's joining us live from California. She's overcome the blizzard that they had that made history, the rain and all of that. And also, look who else we have with us today, guys. Here's Princess Amalia. For those of you who were tuned in yesterday to Dr. Asim's Quran Tajweed class, she was the one that read those surahs so well. This is Amalia. She's in the same class with me. That's how good her tajweed is. We're both intermediates. Mashallah, Amalia, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well with your Islamic studies. How's your mom? Is your mom doing well too?
Yeah, she's doing well.
That's good. Your mom's proud of you too, isn't she? Your mom is the one that taught you how to read that well? So you learned it from your mom, or your dad probably reads Quran good too, huh? But it's your mom that taught you that the tajweed, that because your tajweed is beautiful. It's better than mine. So your mom's pretty good. Yeah, mashallah. May Allah bless you and your mother and your father. Ameen, ameen. And here he is, my little man, Yusuf. See how his teeth done grew back? Look, his teeth is growing back. With his hair, and so is his hair. That curly hair is back. That the teeth are back. The dimples. This is my little man. You still making your prayers, Yusuf?
Yes.
Are you preparing for Ramadan? We all going to be fasting this Ramadan, aren't we? That's right. You guys are going to be fasting with us, and we're going to talk about Ramadan in the next a few weeks right before it comes. So I want, just like you're leading your little brother in prayer every day, I want you to help encourage him to fast this Ramadan too, okay? And by the way, guys, Yusuf's Rockmo's brother. They know that Quran so well too, mashallah. And here's my two babies. I met these babies in real life. These are Shamsa's children. They're Somali too. Look at the hijabs. This dress I have on today, courtesy of Shamsa.
I'm going to try fasting this Ramadan again.
You're going to be fasting good. Yeah, because you did it last year too, didn't you? I remember, and I was so proud of you. So last year showed you that you can do it. So we're going to go the whole day this year. Are you going to do the whole day, right?
Well, last time it didn't really work that well. I got hungry.
Well, that's normal because it's the first time. So being that this will be the second time, inshallah, you do better. Both of you look like your mother. And oh my God, they look just like
I'm missing some teeth still.
Yeah, what's going on with all the people losing their teeth? Where the teeth are just, look, even Hamza, everybody's teeth that's coming out. Thank God mine are still in. But
my teeth grew in.
Let me see yours. Yours fell out too?
No.
No, yours is fine. You look more like your mama today. Usually, look, she looks more like her mama today. Mashallah, two beautiful, smart, intelligent babies here. Yeah, they came to visit me when I had my surgery, guys. They brought me presents.
We didn't mess around the house because that would be bad.
Yeah, look, see, this is what they got long hair too. I didn't recognize them with their hijabs at first when they first came on the hijab, because I'm used to looking at that long, beautiful hair, but they look even more beautiful with the hijabs on. It's amazing how the hijabs make you look even more beautiful. But mashallah, they're here joining us. And finally, who else do we have? Baby Fresno. In person. Tahira, how are you handling the weather out there in California? Did you see any cats sitting outside your door on top of any cans or anything? How are you handling the rain and all that?
No, I did not see any cats, and I guess good with the weather because I have a jacket that keeps warm.
But so you didn't see any snow either, though, huh? No snow came to you. It just stayed out there in LA and Hollywood, huh?
Mm.
Here, look at that hijab. Where'd you get that hijab from? Look at that bling at the bottom. You know, I ain't never seen one that's got the bling at the bottom and the top. I'm going to have to get me a couple of those to wear. I got to keep myself looking nice. But mashallah, she looks just like her grandmother, you know, just like, that's Amina Fresno's right there. Hello. Intelligent, beautiful, dignified. And she survived the blizzard of California that everybody's talking about. It didn't hit Fresno, it just got LA, it seemed like. So mashallah, people out there in TV land, these are the children that are joining us today for the Sunnahfollowers Kids program. And since we done made all the introductions, let's get started with the hadith for today. And first of all, who has the book, Andy? Who has the book that they can show? There, oh, my babies, here they go. Let me spotlight. This is the book that we're using, The 40 Hadiths for Islamic Schools by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli. This book, this is part 2. He has a part 1 book, and this is the part 2. We're almost done with it. So I'm telling all the parents out there in TV land to go to Atli Online, www.adlionline.com. Order this book for your children. It should be a part of every Muslim's library. That's the books that we're using. In fact, you might want to pick up the other books that he's got there. He's got almost 100 books there. He got coloring books about Islam, Arabic books to teach the kids Arabic, everything. Check out his website at www.adlionline.com. So now let's look at the hadith that we're going to discuss for today from this wonderful book. And we're going to be going over, here it is, let me open it up. Hadith number 28 for today. Hadith number 28, everybody see that? Which talks about 70 years. 70 years. This hadith was narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. He said that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if anyone fasts for a day while struggling in the way of Allah, Allah will distance that person 70 years away from the hellfire. MashaAllah. We were just talking about fasting because Ramadan's coming up. And again, I want all the children listening to us out there in TV land to understand that, you know, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if you are 7 years old, you should train yourself to start fasting. So everyone out there who's 7 years old or older, you should definitely try to fast this Ramadan. And if you are 10 years old, you should be fasting every day of Ramadan, just like anyone else. So anyone that's 10 and over, you should be fasting the whole day, every day of the month of Ramadan. And I know it sounds kind of hard to do, but it's not, because look at this. Ramadan, you know, it's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your food. You're sacrificing your drink. You're sacrificing a television and the things you like to do to remember Allah. And I'm going to tell you what a struggle is. It's hard to fast and go to school. A lot of you might say, Sister Layla, I have a hard time fasting when I have to go to school and deal with the kids at school and deal with my lessons and all of that. Well, going to school is struggling. You're going to school to struggle, to try to get an education so you can grow up and take care of your family and take care of yourself. So you're going to school because you want to better yourself, because this is something that Allah told us to do. Well, guess what? You're fasting and going to school at the same time. This is struggling in the way of Allah. And when we struggle, you know, for the sake of Allah, doing something hard, Allah will remove us 70 years from the hellfire. This is something good to think about. because Ramadan's around the corner. And Shaitan is going to try to get you kids to not fast. All of you here, all of you participating in this class should fast this Ramadan, the whole day, not a half day. You can do a whole day. And don't use school as an excuse. When Shaitan try to tell you, oh, it's too much with school, you say, no, I'm struggling in the way of Allah. So each day that I fast, Allah is moving me further away from the hellfire. I'm making Allah happy. I'm pleasing him. So this is something that we need to think about, when Ramadan begins. So, mashallah, this is a wonderful hadith because it teaches us. It teaches us that fasting is for the sake of Allah. We do it to make Allah happy. And we should try to fast as, whenever we can, even after Ramadan. And our face is the most sensitive part of the body. So imagine that Allah is moving your face away from hell. Okay, so this is something I want y'all to think about, and we're going to talk more about this hadith when Ramadan begins. So now let's see how well you understood this hadith. What's the activity for today? I want everyone to tell me, well, I'm going to ask you all individually. In order for our fast to be accepted by Allah, what are some of the things that we are required to do? What is it that we can't do? This is what we're going to answer. What is something that would break the fast, or what must I do in order for my fast to be accepted by Allah? This is the question. And let's start off here at the top. I'm going to start with Hamza first because he's at the, I want to keep up. Hamza, what's the requirement of fasting?
So you can't drink water or eat food.
Mashallah, that's the first thing that everybody should know. In order for your fast to be accepted, you can't eat or drink until Maghrib. From Fajr till Maghrib, no food, no drink. Sister Sanaya, what's else? What's something else that in order for your fast to be accepted?
You have to be patient.
Mashallah. And when you say be patient, what does that mean? Argue with people or something?
It means to not argue or not get upset too much.
Mashallah. Do you guys hear that out in TV land? Think about that. No arguing. When people come to you trying to pick fights with you, you tell them, I am fasting, I am fasting, I am fasting, and keep it moving. Don't let them pull you into that. Sabrina, what are some other things that that are requirements for your fast to be accepted?
That you're not supposed to watch bad stuff and that have bad things in it.
That's right. TV can become an activity of Shaitan. We can't be watching bad stuff on television. No bad things on TV when you're fasting, guys. In fact, you need to put that TV on hold until after you break your fast. Good job, Sabrina. I'm glad you thought of that. And Brother Yusef, what's something else that's a requirement?
Saying bad words and wasting your time outside playing.
Exactly. When you're fasting, guys, no bad words, no profanity. And don't waste the time. The time is supposed to be spent remembering Allah, not playing outside all day. Okay, let's see. Sister Najma and Asma. What's something else that's a requirement of fasting?
Do not waste food or anything that we need in life. And do not watch things that include gelatin.
You guys hear that out in TV land? Fasting teaches us to not be wasteful. That was an intelligent answer. You learn to make the most of what Allah gave us without wasting it. That's the best answer. Mashallah. It's really big. I wish you guys could get your parents to think outside the box like you guys do. Exactly. It teaches us patience and not to be wasteful. So that's one of the requirements of fasting too, to not be wasteful. Okay, let's see. Hafsa, what's another?
And to make fun of poor people.
To not.
To not make.
Yes.
To not. I mean, I suppose I question it.
Yes.
To not make. To not. To not.
For people, not be what?
And
Not
not
be.
lazy.
Yeah, not
and
be
not
lazy.
Make, and not make fun of poor people.
Yeah.
Mashallah, you guys hear her? We don't make fun of people, and we don't be lazy during the Ramadan either. You want your fast to be accepted. You can't go around people, making people angry.
Oh, why can't I keep it?
Yes.
No, there's nothing in there.
And
That water
not
bottle.
wearing hijab.
Yeah, and you
And
can't.
not wearing
Yeah, and you can't be lazy. Y'all heard what she said. I know we got an internet lag because she's in Europe, but mashallah, good answer. You're supposed to pray and stuff too. You don't be lazy, sleeping all the time, like she's saying. You have to spend your time wisely, remembering Allah, and not sleeping, being lazy. Mashallah, good answer, Hafsa. And then Zora, what else? What are some more requirements of fasting?
When you fast, you're taking your time to remember and to thank Allah, and you shouldn't waste it by watching TV or sneaking and eating. Or when you're fasting, you're taking your time to remember and to thank Allah for the things you have.
Exactly, mashallah. So tell me this, Dora. Can I read Quran when I'm fasting? Is that something good to do? That's not a waste of my time, is it?
No.
You know, what about if I decided to just go through the hadith books and start reading about the prophet? Is that a waste of time?
No.
Okay, but what about this? You know, my cousin calls me up and says, Layla, let's pass the time by playing Monopoly. Can I go and play Monopoly with him to make the time go by fast? Spend the whole day playing spades or Monopoly or bid whist? Can I do that for when I'm fasting?
No.
No, because that's a waste of time, right? Exactly. You guys hear that out in TV land. You guys hear that? You don't want to waste your time, you know, by playing nonsensical games and things like that. Excuse me, Sister Layla. I'm sorry. I had to jump in on that, Sister Layla. Now, you know, I'm in an animal shelter right now. I'm sorry I couldn't join earlier. You heard about the rain out here in California. When they say it don't rain in California, those people don't know what they're talking about. I've been sitting up here in that animal shelter for the past 2 weeks because, you know, it rained so bad. I got knocked off the can. You know, I sit outside, Fresno's house, but the rain was so bad, you know, I got knocked off the trash can and I had to go get the poor man down there. Remember I told you about that old cat, that scrawny little cat that don't have nobody to help him? I grabbed him by the hoof of his neck and we both paddled our way to the animal shelter. So we sitting here in an animal shelter. There's a lot of dogs in here too, but you know, the veterinarians got us separated. But let me tell you something. Ramadan, it's around the corner. I had to tell the scrawny little feller, you know, I know you ain't got no food. Times is hard. I've been throwing you the Fresno scraps. But even though you ain't got no food, you got to fast. You got to fast. And the little scrawny dude told me he don't want to fast because he go hungry all the time. Sister Layla, He got problems with his, practice of the dean. But I'm going to try to help the little fella. But I just want to let everybody out there in TV land know I'm okay. The floods, the rain, it don't rain in California. That ain't true. I ain't never seen this much rain before in my life. But I'm fine. I'll be fasting. And by the way, I mean the Fresno around, I still got my eye on you. Thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you, Mr. Cat. And we're glad to see that the cat is fine, guys. He always has to get in there. He's in the animal shelter. Let me remind everyone, be kind to animals. As Muslims, we're good to everybody, including the animals. And if you see a cat looking for food, throw him a bone too. Hello. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Cat. Now let's get back to it. What are some more requirements for Ramadan? Oh, Aisha, oh, you are beautiful. Oh,
Thanks.
are you related to me? Family, you are gorgeous.
Thank you.
You Somali?
Yeah.
I can tell. Look at those cheekbones. How old are you?
I'm 13.
Oh, you are adorable, mashallah. Oh, so you can share with us, tell us, what are some of the requirements of fasting?
I was going to say, don't sit in the company of evil and wrongdoers, and also don't engage in haram activity.
Exactly. Can you explain when we say people that's doing wrong, give examples for these people?
So people who are fornicating and saying haram things and not fasting and dressing inappropriately.
Oh, she's intelligent. Who's your parents? Your mother comes here?
No, but my sisters come here.
Oh, who's your Anab and them?
Sister Malion and Sahara.
That's what I was saying. You're Malion's sister. She looks like Malion. Oh, so subhanallah. So you're Zainab and Sahara and all of them. It's a bunch of y'all, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks just like a Fresno. She look like Malion. Check her out. Subhanallah, mashallah. Well, I'm glad to see you on here. You got Malion's smile. I kept saying she looked like Malion. Well, mashallah, as you guys heard her, when you're fasting, you're not supposed to sit in the company of wrongdoers. When y'all see other people, don't she look just like her? When y'all see other people doing wrong things, you walk away. If they start talking and gossiping and all of that, you walk away. Mashallah. Thank you for sharing and welcome here, Sister Aisha. You are beautiful. Goodness gracious. Malion and them are, yeah, mashallah. Let's see what else. Let's see who else we got. I'm shocked at how she looked just like her. Okay. Oh, here's somebody else. Look, guys. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Fatuma. You're probably one of Malion's too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yours. God, how many? It's about 20 of y'all?
No, it's 9 of us.
9 girls?
Well, not 9 girls, but I think 7. Yeah.
7 girls. And how old are you?
I'm 15.
I thought Malion was the youngest, and oh my gosh, she's a big sister. She got a bunch of underneath her. Well, you share with us, what are some of the requirements of fasting?
I was gonna say, to make sure you pray all your prayers.
Exactly, because this is something important, guys. There's a lot of people that fast but don't pray. They don't understand that if you're not making your prayers, your fasts are not even accepted. So you got to fulfill all the obligations in order, for your fast to be accepted. You can't commit any sins. And like her sister said, you got to stay away from people out there who are sinning. You got to learn patience, like other children say, to walk away from evil. Mashallah. Thank you for sharing with us, Sister Fatuma, and welcome to the Sunnahfollowers program here. We got a lot of people here, subhanAllah. And who else? Who else didn't give a, let me look at the screen that don't have their cameras on. We got everybody. You got some more answers? Let's see, Hamza, you got more answers? Hamza, look, he's trying to get on here. Go ahead, Hamza.
Wait, I want my sisters to say an answer.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What's another requirement? Well, she's beautiful.
Everybody said, don't listen to music.
Exactly. She is so smart, 3 years old. And I was wondering if somebody was going to say that. When we're fasting, guys, we shouldn't waste our time listening to music. Music is haram anyway, because it's the tool that Shaitan uses to take us away from remembering Allah. And that's the whole purpose of fasting. The purpose of fasting is to get close to Allah. Music will take you away. So when you're fasting, no music. Brother Tahir is here too. Brother Tahir, you like to add?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that you can't waste your time sleeping during Ramadan.
Exactly. Just like we don't waste our time playing games, we don't waste our time sleeping, because the time that you're spent sleeping is time that you could have spent reading the Quran or coming to Layla Nashiba's classes learning about Allah. Yes, Amalia, go ahead, share.
You should also give charity.
Say what, baby? I couldn't hear you.
Do charity and do good things.
Yes, exactly. When we're fasting, guys, we're supposed to spend our time doing good things, helping others, being charitable, helping others. Okay, yes, Hafsa, go ahead.
Another one I want to say, kissing in the lips.
To do what to your lips, baby?
Don't kiss someone.
Don't
said.
kiss people. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Be careful. We don't waste our time with that. Like she said, that type of nonsense. You guys get it. Okay? You spend your time remembering Allah. Look at her laugh. No. Yeah. Don't spend your time with nonsense. It takes the babies to remind the adults. No nonsense. Like you're shaking the head. No nonsense. These kids are so smart. They crack me up. Sister Najma. Najma, you want to add some more? Go ahead, Najma. Did you guys want to?
I was going to say, if for something we're not allowed to do.
Yes.
We're not allowed to watch things that have gelatin in them.
Yeah.
Because that might encourage us to cook things with gelatin, and we can't do that.
Yeah, y'all be careful of that gelatin. Gelatin comes from pigs, chickens. You don't know if you're getting it from a pig, getting it from a chicken, or a horse. So that's why, stay away from that which is doubtful. If it's doubtful, stay away from it, guys. Gelatin, if you don't know if it came from the chicken, leave it alone. Get something that don't have chicken in it. Yeah, go ahead, Zora.
You should never, ever, ever be doing haram things when you're fasting, like drugs or saying bad words or taking off your hijab in public.
Exactly. All that stuff, it will affect your fast, guys. It'll affect your fast and make your fast not accepted. We have someone here named Najma. Oh my God, that's another one of Mayleon's, because she looked like Mayleon too. Look at the dimples. Assalamu alaikum, Najma. How old are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing good.
Oh, you're doing good. And you wanted to share with us something that that can break your fast or whatever during Ramadan?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, but like somebody already said it already, but you're not supposed to go listen to music and you can't like go do haram stuff like going to the club and all that stuff.
Exactly, guys. We stay away from music, clubbing, and all of that stuff, dropping it and all that stuff, and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. None of that when you're fasting. Hello, hello. So remember that, guys, that you guys came up with some very good answers, you know, as to how we're supposed to spend. Excuse me. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Layla. I am Doctor, and I just wanted to share a few things here. Ramadan is around the corner, as you said. And Ramadan, it's a time for us to change the condition of ourselves to that which is pleasing to Allah. It's a time of looking at yourself, self-evaluation, trying to figure out what parts of yourself you need to work on. So the time that a person spends fasting should be spent looking deeply within yourself to see what your strengths are, to see what your weaknesses are, so you can work on bettering those things. And we're going to have more talks about, you know, the virtues of fasting during the month of Ramadan. But I just want to say I'm so proud of these children. These children are so advanced in their thinking, and they're on the right track to, inshallah, having a beautiful, happy Ramadan. Thank you, Sister Layla. Okay, you're welcome, Miss Doctor, whatever, Doctor. Thank you for just popping in. So alhamdulillah, you guys did a good job with that hadith. And we're going to speak more about Ramadan, the virtues of fasting, as the doctor said, you know, and how we should spend our time later. But for right now, what I want to do is this. Last week, we watched an episode of the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I told you guys I would save that quiz for today. What I'm going to do now is give you the quiz, and then we're going to watch the next episode of the life of the Prophet Muhammad, and it's a freebie, meaning no quiz on that one, okay? So let me put these questions up from last week on the screen, and let's see how well you guys, your memory is. Because last episode, first of all, who can tell us what happened in the last episode? Does anybody remember? What happened in the last episode before we get to the quiz, just to catch people up to date? Go ahead, Sister Fatima, you were here for the last episode? Go ahead, tell them what happened.
I forgot to put my hand down. I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say good, she can tell them. Oh, Amalia remembers. Go ahead, Amalia.
So a man came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was asking for money, but he was asking for food, and then Prophet Muhammad said, the Prophet said that he said, "What do you have? A pillow, blanket?" And he said, "Bring it to me." And he said, "Sell those stuff and get fireworks and return for 15 days.
Okay, mashallah, the last episode, we learned we saw a wonderful hadith in progress, how a man came begging, and how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us it would be better for us to get some wood and sell it than to go around begging for people to help you. That's one thing, a lesson that we walked away from with last week. But also remember, last week's episode focused on the boycott. Y'all remember? The boycott. What was the boycott? This was when the Quraysh decided that they were not going to sell any food to the prophet's tribe. They weren't going to marry none of the women. Remember, they were boycotting the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's family because they were trying to get him to not practice Islam, remember? So that's what last week focused on, the boycott. So, and remember how the Muslims suffered for 3 or 4 years. They had to go without food and stuff. They were forced to go live in the mountains because the Quraysh wouldn't interact with them. Y'all remember now? Everybody remember? Okay, good. So now,
I remember now.
oh, good, good. So let me put this Queety's quiz up and see just how much it opened up your memory. And then when we watch this week's episode, the good thing is no quiz. You just get to enjoy it. Okay, so this was the session 16, the boycott. And let's look at the first question. The Quraysh performed what against the prophet and his tribe? Was it a war or a boycott? You already know that answer. What's the answer, everybody?
Boycott.
Boycott.
Yeah, a boycott.
War.
Now, that was to start you
A
off.
boycott.
Exactly. That's a freebie. Look at the second question. The boycott did not involve which of the following? Did it not involve marriage? Did it not involve selling food to them? Did it not involve buying anything for them? Or did it not involve helping them build homes? So which one of those 4 things did the boycott not include? Go ahead, Sister Sanaya. Oh, your mic, turn your mic on.
What'd you say again?
The boycott did not involve which? Did it not involve marrying their women? Did it not involve
Marrying their women. Marrying.
No.
No marriage. No marrying their women.
Okay, maybe I should. Okay, yeah. Well, that's what the boycott was. The boycott is we're not going to marry your women. We're not going to sell food to you. We're not going to buy anything to you. But did it include helping them build homes?
No.
Okay, good. So the correct answer here would be the boycott did not entail helping them build homes. When they boycotted them, they refused to marry them, they refused to sell food to them, and they refused to buy from them, but the other one didn't make sense. Okay. And why did the Quraysh boycott the prophet? Did they boycott him to force them to leave Islam? Or did they boycott them just to be mean? Or did they boycott them because they were jealous? Who knows that answer? Go ahead, Yusef.
They're because they were jealous.
You guys agree with him?
I disagree.
What do you think?
I disagree. I think to make them leave Islam.
Exactly. The boycott was to make them leave Islam, guys. That's why they did it. It's not because they were jealous or mean. They just wanted them to not be Muslim.
They didn't believe it.
Exactly. They didn't believe in Islam, so they wanted them to leave it. And so when the Quraysh boycotted them, what were the Muslims forced to do as far as where to go to live? Were they forced to live in the hills of Mecca? Or were they forced to live in the forest like Robin Hood? Or did the Muslims have to live in garbage dumps? Were they forced to live? Go ahead. I can't see the screen. Hold on. See, somebody didn't answer. Go ahead, Najma and Asma. Where were they forced to live? In the hills of Mecca, in the forest like Robin Hood, or in garbage dumps?
In the hill of Mecca. In the hills of Mecca.
Exactly. They were first forced to go live in the hills, guys. MashaAllah. And next question. The people did what as a result of the boycott? When the prophet's family was boycotted, what did they do? Were they starved of food? Were they sad or did they cry? Which one is the answer? Go ahead, Sanaya.
They starved.
Exactly. They starved, guys. Many of them starved to death because they didn't have no food to eat. And how many years now while this was going on, while the people that were in Mecca, the Muslims in Mecca were being starved, the Muslims that had moved to Abyssinia had been in Abyssinia how many years when this happened? Was it 10 years, 5 years, or 3 years? Go ahead, Hafsa.
I think it was 3 years.
Exactly, mashallah. This happened in the 3rd year after the people had migrated to Abyssinia. Mashallah, good job. Y'all's got some good memory. And here we have the next question. One of the things that the Quraysh did to try to challenge the prophet, because even though the prophet and his family were forced to live in the hills and were boycotted, he still went out trying to call the people to Allah. And one of the challenges that Ubay, who was one of the leaders of the Quraysh, challenged the prophet to do was what? Did he challenge him to prove that a dead person can be brought back to life? Or did he challenge him to fight him? Or did he challenge him to marry his daughter? Because the prophet was still trying to teach the people that Allah exists and telling them about paradise. So to challenge him, what did Ubay do? Did he tell him to prove that a person can be brought back to life by Allah, or fight him in battle, or marry his daughter? Go ahead, Zora.
I think that it was to prove that a bone could be brought back to life.
Exactly. And by the way, guys, that's the hardest thing that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said he had to do, to try to make the people believe that after we die, Allah will bring us back. A lot of people don't believe that. And that was the hardest challenge to get the people to face. You know, subhanallah, subhanallah, good job.
I read a book about that.
Go ahead, let me hear what you read about it. Your mic is off.
I read a book about that, about the prophet trying to make a bone come back to life. And he told them that he could only do it with Allah's permission.
Exactly. And that's what happened. He told Ubay that. When Ubay approached him, he said, I can do this only with Allah's permission. He said, I'm just a messenger sent to you. I don't profess to be God, Allah himself. Subhanallah. So, you know, a lot to learn there. And I think we got here another question here. The prophet began to tell them about hell. He was telling the Quraysh about hell and about paradise. And when he started describing the hellfire to them, what tree did the Quraysh make fun of that grows in hell? Was it the pear tree, the apple tree, or the zakum tree? Because the prophet was telling them that not only can Allah bring us back to life, but he was telling them about the hellfire. And he told them that there's a tree that grows in hell whose fruit is bitter. What tree did they make fun of? Was it the pear tree, the apple tree, or the zakum tree? Go ahead, Sabrina. Sabrina?
I think the zakum tree.
Yes, the zakum tree. And the zakum tree, can anybody remember how it looks? How the prophet described the zakum tree is looking? Does anybody remember? Yeah, the zakum tree has heads on it. The fruit looks like the heads of jinn. And the fruit is nasty and bitter. When you bite into it, it will make the insides of your body explode. And when the prophet was describing that to the Quraysh, they made fun of it. Okay. So let's look at the next question. And right before the session ended, it showed a man beating the slave, Abbott. And by the way, guys, that slave was probably either Abyssinian, which means he could have been Somali, because Somalia was part of Abyssinia back then. You know, why did that man beat that slave Abbott? Did he beat him because he refused to fight the Muslims? Or did he beat him because he was old and weak? Or did he beat him because he didn't smell good? Who can remember? Why did that man beat that post slave up? Go ahead, Najma.
Because he refused to fight the Muslims.
Exactly. You know, Abbott was that handsome.
It's actually the only answer that really makes sense.
Yes, it does. Because he refused to fight again. The Quraysh took one out to try to fight the Muslims, and they tried to get Abbott to fight, and he refused. He said, because he was Muslim too. His master didn't know it, but he had converted to Islam too. So he refused to fight the prophet. And so his slave owner beat him real bad, almost killed him, because he wouldn't fight them. So that's how the last episode ended last week, with that poor man being beaten because he refused to fight against the prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Muslims. So look at the trials they went through, you know, being persecuted because they were Muslim. And this is something that I want you kids to think about, because even today, you know, people want to tease you because you wear hijab. They want to tease you because you don't smoke cigarettes. They want to tease you because you don't do drugs. They want to tease you and call you names because you don't have girlfriends and boyfriends. I want you guys to not care what they say. Think about how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions were teased and beaten, but they still remained true to Allah. And that's how I want you guys to be. When people make fun of you, most of the time it's because they're ignorant and jealous. You just don't pay them no attention. You hold your head up high and keep walking, because you're a Muslim. You're a person of dignity, humility, and balance. You're better than they. And I want you guys to think about that. Like the Prophet told the companions, you are better than those people because you believe in Allah and they don't. You know, don't ever let people strip.
And they're the ones that are going to hellfire.
Exactly. They're the ones going to hell, not us, inshallah, because we believe in Allah. So yeah, I wear a hijab, and I'm proud to wear my hijab because I'm obeying my Lord. And by the way, I don't have to get naked to be beautiful. You're that ugly that you have to take off all your clothes to get an attention. I don't have to strip my clothes to get attention. And I got longer hair than any of you. And keep on moving. Keep it moving. Don't allow people to break you because they're jealous because they know that you're better than them. Yes, go ahead, Zora.
My friends are always asking me, why do you wear pants with dresses and skirts? And I told them, because it's just who I am. I wear pants with dresses and skirts, and you don't. And that's just who I am.
Exactly. That's who you are. And if they can't accept who you are, tough. Keep it moving. Hello. That's how we roll. That's how we Muslims roll, guys. We don't care about what people think. Like the Prophet didn't care. Yes, go ahead, Sanaya.
A few days ago, my class was exchanging gifts for Valentine's Day, and I felt a little left out. And then my teacher told me to go do another class, but then I had more fun.
Exactly. And I want you guys to key in on what she said. You know, sometimes Shaitan will try to make us feel left out. You're never, don't go there. Don't let Shaitan put those thoughts. You say, A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan rajim, and keep it moving. Don't ever feel left out because you don't participate in crazy stuff. Okay, I think the baby here, you got something to share? Go ahead, Pfizer's niece, go ahead. Oh, does she want to share?
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
My friends tell me, why do I wear glasses? It's not funny.
And what did you tell them when they told you that? What did you say?
Because my eyes are working very good.
Oh, she said her eyes are not working very good. Exactly. You know, that was a silly question for them to ask you that. Evidently, your eyes must not be working good if you got glasses on. So they shouldn't have asked that question. That shows that they were just trying to be mean. But you let them see how ignorant they were for asking, because my eyes are not working correctly. That's why. And then you keep it moving. Don't let them try to make fun of you. You keep it moving. You wear glasses because you have to, because Allah created. I want you guys to understand something. Allah, He said, all sicknesses come from Him, but He never sends a sickness without sending the treatment for it. Take the treatment and maybe He'll cure you. Some of us, me too, our eyes are not working correctly. So Allah sent the treatment, contact lenses like I'm wearing, or glasses like she's wearing. Take the contact lenses, wear the glasses, and then you can see. It's just that simple. You know, that's a simple solution. Allah sent the treatment.
Yeah.
And now I can see. When I take my
You
contacts
need to
off, I
sit
can't.
down. I don't want to see you putting your head down. I want you to look and listen to Sister Layla.
Okay.
Mashallah. So you told her the right thing. You know, you wear glasses to correct your vision. And inshallah, when you get older, guess what? Your vision is going to be better, because see, I didn't wear mine when I was young. The reason why I got to wear contacts now is because I didn't listen to my mother and wear my glasses when I was a kid. But when you get older, your eyes will be much better. Yeah. And they'll probably nowadays, they can give a surgery to make the eyes even better. So again, guys, I want you guys to understand that this is what makes us stand out. We're Muslims. We're proud to be Muslim because we believe in Allah. And the fact that we believe in Allah means that He's our protector. We are under the protection of Allah. These non-Muslims are not. So don't allow anyone to make you think that you are less than them. You're better than them. And think about these companions, how these companions, you know, they practiced their deen, they were beaten, ridiculed, and they still remained firm. And look where they are right now. They in paradise.
We're better than them in any way that we can think of.
Exactly.
Because we're Muslim and they're not.
Exactly. The kids try to bother you. No,
I don't care about them and what they say about us, even if it's so mean.
Yes. You just keep it moving, right? Just keep it moving. That's what I'm talking about. That's that Bantu. We don't care. That's right. It's Bantu and me too. I don't care. Hello. Keep it moving. Just like this slave Abbott. He was Bantu. He kept it moving. That's right. All right, guys. So, mashallah, you guys did very good on this quiz. Now, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to test it out on YouTube. YouTube is a little bit different than Facebook. I wonder, guys, will YouTube allow me to play the movie? Because the movie is on YouTube anyway. What y'all think? And I'm a premium now too. I'm gonna stay logged in on YouTube and see if YouTube will allow me to play that movie. What y'all think, or shall I log out? No, let's try it. Okay, we're on episode 17 of the movie. Let me see if YouTube, because everybody else plays movies on YouTube. They don't do copyrights on them, do they? I'm trying to think.
I think they do, because when you like, if there's a live game, it's not gonna really show it. It's gonna like talk it.
Okay, so don't do it. So I need to close out. Okay, that's what I'll do then. Okay, so for those of you listening on YouTube, to watch the movie or to see the movie, join us here in the Zoom room. Come to Sunnahfollowers, www.sunnahfollowers.net. Click on join a live class. It'll bring you in our Zoom room, and then you can watch the movie that I'm getting ready to show, which is episode 17 of the life of the prophet. So I'm closing out on YouTube. Assalamu alaikum. Everybody say assalamu alaikum to the people. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Assalamualaikum.
barakatuh. Y'all join us next time.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
See you next week.
Assalamualaikum.